Within the scope of this episode, we will talk about Apex as well as the present condition of Bitcoin pricing. Apex is making a lot of bullish announcements, such as various partnerships and acquisitions, which came as a surprise to me when I found out about them. Additionally, we will discuss the requirements that we are obligated to uphold for Apex. With all due respect, I am confident that I have everything covered nevertheless. After that, we may discuss the matter. Under the BRICS umbrella, the Indian Rupee and the XRPL will serve as the driving forces behind everything. So please have a seat, all right? Take a seat and we'll get started right away. While you wait for this graphic to appear, I will show you just a little bit more. Over the course of the last 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin has dropped by 76%, reaching $3,484, a fall of 1.83%. In addition to the fact that USDT and USDC are both pegged to the dollar, XRP has recently learned that the value of flip at 48 cents has not changed significantly either. With a total market value of $485 billion, cryptocurrencies have a total market value of $2 trillion. Just what is it that we are observing? In a very straightforward and concise manner, Dr. Profit stated that the objective is to reduce the amount to within the region of $66,000 if there is a possibility of doing so. In the event that the markets would permit it, that would be the area. It was approved by the markets. There was a chance for you, and all I can see is that it was plain. Those of you who are here, the sky. Is it possible for us to remain in this range for a short period of time and then return to 66 after we have reached the highest point once more? That is not at all out of the question. Sincere view on my side is that when the markets open back up and money starts pouring again, this is the bottom of that range and momentum will only build up pace from here on out. It is important to note that the magic number is 74,000 for those individuals who have not been following Bitcoin or who are unable to participate due to personal obligations. As a result of the fact that the cryptocurrency in question has not yet been made available on a Tier 1 exchange, you will be staking for it, which is analogous to purchasing it at a pre-sale price. Okay, I get it at the end. There is no way that I would ever want to risk nothing. You can call it a pre-sale, but the item is already in your possession. For those who do not wish to stake it, the majority of people will be able to obtain it from the cartoon remix from the 1990s. I am thrilled to be working with Ripple, therefore I would appreciate it if you could let me know if you are still able to receive XRP paid back on those purchases made by Brad Garlinghouse. Tokenization is occurring all over the actual world of these typical companies that were formerly in the financial sector. Every one of these industries, including regulated firms like ARCs and Layer 1 assets like the XRP ledger, is expected to experience exponential growth, according to my forecast. Following this link will allow you to access them at a later time. During my presentation at Swell, I will be discussing the tokenization of real-world assets. Is it possible that the XRP ledger will be utilized or not? What gives you reason to believe that they are all fine? Are you of the opinion that they are able to get away with using the XRP ledger to promote their notion without paying for it? Whom do they aim their words at? In order to register the first cryptocurrency exchange in the United Kingdom, the British pound and many other cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum and Bitcoin, were utilized simultaneously. Take a look at it. What are your current circumstances like? In the event that we were able to have a chat, what do you believe to be just? It appears like there is a large splot in the middle that is reminiscent of the previous Twitter logo. It's similar to a ramp for XRP. Every initiative that Ripple has been working on in the United Kingdom, including the trials that they have conducted, is something that we are aware of. 5 years ago, when the Bank of England was established, and at this moment of time. Today. Additionally, the United Kingdom is now the location of the very first cryptocurrency exchange that has ever been officially registered. As you can see, the markets are undergoing a revolution, and I assure you that every exchange that you observe will either be acquired by another company or go out of business. This has already taken place in the United States, resulting in the majority of exchanges being forced to close and pushing out the majority of those that are still operating. It is Coinbase and Gemini. You are accurate in stating that Uphold and Binance actually exist, however, you are only permitted to trade digital assets, despite the fact that they were forced to stop enabling the transfer of physical currencies. However, in reality, what they are doing is laying the groundwork for an institutionalist takeover of the organization. They are well aware that the money that is going to be made is going to come from these business transactions. Okay, so they are going to come in, steal some of the profits you have made from trading, and then they are going to seize control of this area. In the following section, David Schwartz will talk about the automated market maker lending techniques that Apex employs. For the purpose of gaining additional information regarding the USD Ripple stablecoin that was just recently issued, separate databases of IDs, the multi-purpose token, and the XRP ledger EVM chain are utilized. Take a look at this brief video, investigate the overview of the stablecoin right now. A lot of people believe that they won't have to use XRP because they already have established currency in their possession. On the other hand, this is not accurate because the stablecoin is dependent on the XRP ledger. The month of March of this year marked the launch of our automated market creator, which we call Market Creator. The debut was not without its share of controversy. As many of you are aware, however, now that the lending procedure has been made public, everything is functioning quite smoothly. Another illustration of the type of financing that would be subject to stringent regulations is provided here. In a later time, we will discuss it in greater detail. It would be loaned for commercial real estate within the framework of the YOI monetary system. Tokenization would take place on the back end, however, in order to facilitate a decentralized identity service, if every project is required to create its own infrastructure for identity, then everyone who is involved will face the consequences to a large extent. Oracles are extremely useful in circumstances in which you need to know the price, such as when you are dealing with tokenized collateral, stablecoins, or over-collateral. It is anticipated that the third quarter would see the introduction of the notion of multi-purpose tokens, which would fill a vacuum in the manner in which assets are represented on the market. I'll address that topic in greater detail later. In addition, the EVM sidechain multifunctional coins that will be distributed by the XRP ledger will be introduced in the third quarter, which is swiftly approaching. And last but not least, we have the actual United States dollar, which Ripple ultimately decided to be a stablecoin because it has a backing of $1 for $1. They have clearly demonstrated that they have complied with all of the legal requirements, and it is clear that they will not have any problems in the future. Which brings us to the steps that are being taken by each and every one of these central banks, in particular the phase that involves testing and implementation. Following this, we will take a look at the bigger picture, which includes Ripple's current standing on the Federal Reserve Board for immediate payments. The question is whether or not stable currencies will be used as a bridge for money to leave the United States. That is the most important question. The Tangelo family is aware of this to some extent. The genuine USD stablecoin is scheduled to be released within the next 6 months, or before the end of the year, according to their statement. That moment in 2025, when XRP will pull off that completely ludicrous trick, is the moment that everything is building up to. In the meantime, XRP is able to reap the benefits of Ripple's future stablecoin, which can continue to exist on the XRP ledger even if XRP itself is no longer there. I beg your forgiveness. In the absence of XRP, individuals will have a wide range of desires, anticipations, and applications from users. In addition, XRP occupies a special place on the XRP ledger as a result of pathfinding, which always prioritizes the search for XRP liquidity that is available. Due to the fact that auto-bridging forces trades to automatically take into account XRP's liquidity even when they do not automatically take into account any of the liquidity, XRP will continue to hold a preferred position as a bridge asset on the market. Instead of undergoing any changes, the XRP ledger and stablecoin ecosystem will be able to accommodate a greater number of use cases. More than twice as many use cases will be available. Following his observation of SWIFT and the numerous currencies that are associated with it, he is of the opinion that this will operate on the XRPL. According to what he says, we will most likely have the actual USD. This is the extent of the market's strong optimism regarding stablecoins. When this bull cycle comes to a conclusion, which is only 3 years away, many are reprojecting anywhere between 3 and 4 trillion within the next 3 years. You should make an attempt to do this. Every single one of these currencies, including the genuine Hong Kong dollar, the Australian dollar, the Singaporean dollar, the genuine pound, and the euro, is represented on the XRP ledger in an exactly identical manner. In this instance, what do you see? The network of networks that is being organized. Take a look at the following tidbit of information the primary bank